The purpose of this video is to illustrate a problem of runoff pollution from a church parking lot on Maple Island Road in Burnsville into a protected wetland in the Crystal Lake West City Park. We're looking out over the wetland where there seems to be excessive surface growth of vegetation that you don't see elsewhere on the pond, leading me to believe that that's caused by the runoff from the parking lot itself, as the rest of the pond is fairly clear. Now I'll try to walk up the hill through the buckthorn to illustrate how the hillside is being eroded and actually creating a gully. If you were here present yourself, you would see that there is actually presence of silt getting this far down the hill. There's an old deer trail here, and you can see that there's silt on the trail with dog or coyote tracks illustrating the silt. We will try to walk up the hill and see if we can capture images of the gully, which is the most significant problem. There is a natural ravine here that used to be a pretty good growth of nice ferns, but through the years the buckthorn has taken over. Now we're nearly at the bottom of the hillside, and you can see where the erosion is starting right here, and the gully is beginning. At some time in the past, somebody tried to build an erosion barrier here to stop it, but it's been ineffective with the excessive rains and the growth of the gully. You can see here that in places it's several feet deep and grows in significance the closer you get to the parking lot. It's pretty hard to capture on a video, amateur video. Here it's quite significant. 3 or 4 feet deep, and obviously more susceptible to erosion with the big rains that we have. And now that the ground cover has been washed away, we're getting close to being 3/4 of the way up the hillside, and here's where the erosion gully is the most significant. I would say maybe even 5 feet deep here. I imagine it's a significant waterfall when you get several inches of rain coming down in a short time. We're only about 20 yards or so from the church parking lot. The buckthorn gets a little thicker at the top of the hill, but here's where you begin to see presence of garbage that is washed off the parking lot and gets downhill, presumably some of it all the way to the protected wetland. So it might seem minor to some people, but it's certainly an indication of a problem. Here the garbage is quite a bit more significant. And I can see why the church people are unaware of this, because the buckthorn is so thick. Nobody ever comes down here. But we're getting close to the problem. The parking lot has a concrete curb, but there's a cut in the curbing right here that funnels all this water into a narrow stream and down the hillside. And the parking lot is fairly significant, so I presume it collects a lot of runoff that's not very high quality.